Coming up on Lindenwood News, a semi-truck crashes on Interstate 70 near Warrington. We will tell you what might have caused the crash.
Mall is closing. We'll give you the details coming up.
And 2 teenagers have been charged in the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade shooting. Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News. Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Brooklyn Szynski.
And I'm Elma Zwicky. A semi-truck jackknifed on Highway 70 near Warrington, causing major delays on Friday afternoon. As you could see in the video, cars seem to have slipped into the middle of the crash. Many portions of the roads were cleared by Friday night, but there are still slick spots in the area. The National Weather Service says that driving in this weather is strongly discouraged.
2 Indianapolis police officers were seriously hurt after a crash on the southwest side of downtown Indy Sunday afternoon. 2 Indianapolis officers were hurt on their way to work. The police say one officer was trying to remove a mattress that blocked the highway. In the process, another officer was driving by before being hit by another car, causing the officer's car to flip over and hit the first officer. Police say the second officer is in critical but stable conditions after being pulled from the car.
A mother and her 4 kids are dead after a house fire early Monday morning in Ferguson. Fire officials say a neighbor called the police at 4:30 a.m. when they spotted a fire at a home on the 500 block of North Clay Avenue in Ferguson. The fire victim's sister says that the youngest who died was only 3 years old. The family's dog also died in the fire. Fire officials don't know what caused the fire.
A mother died and 22 were hurt after a Kansas City Super Bowl parade shooting on Wednesday afternoon. Authorities say 2 teenagers are charged with crimes connecting them to the mass shooting. Jackson County Family Court says that the 2 teenagers were charged Thursday. They are being held at the county's juvenile detention center on gun-related and resisting arrest charges. Police don't have a motive and don't know if they have entered a plea.
Straight ahead on Lindenwood News. Tesla's Cybertruck is facing rusting issues. We'll tell you why that is happening up next.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
A family is fundraising to remember a 6-year-old boy who drowned. Olga and Travone Mister have raised $3,000 in order to provide free swim lessons for children. The couple has advocated for water safety after their 6-year-old son, TJ, drowned at a St. Louis County summer camp. The couple hosted a bowling party for TJ's birthday at Shrewberry Lanes. The party raised more than their goal of $2,500 on Sunday. The swim scholarships are available for children between the ages of 4 months and 12 years.
The St. Louis mayor plans to veto new firefighter pension change. Lawmakers say that this change in ownership would give the control of pensions to the firefighters themselves. Mayor Tishara Jones opposed that these attempts at the new bill, warning about the drastic consequences for the city's budget. The change comes after the argument years ago regarding costs associated with the old pension board. The change would put firefighters in control of investment decisions, but may stop the city from preventing skyrocketing costs.
The stores and tenants in Chesterfield Mall have been handed their eviction notice. They have to be out by the end of August. The Chesterfield Mall has told the tenants to vacate the property as it prepares for demolition this fall. Some business owners say that they already have a new place to go, but others call this news out of the blue. This demolition will make way for a new downtown-style development.
The Cybertruck is having issues with rusting and staining. Several pictures posted on X from Cybertruck owners show rust from forming on their trucks. People on the Cybertruck Owners Club website posted pictures of rust forming on the Cybertruck after spending nearly 2 weeks in the Los Angeles rain. The truck does not ship with clear coat, the outermost layer of the transparent paint to protect the cost of vehicle from natural conditions. Stainless steel can discolor if not treated properly prior to use.
Iowa's Caitlin Clark broke the record for women's basketball last week. Clark needed 8 points to set the record. It didn't take long for Clark as she recorded her 8th point in the game in the first 3 minutes. In her classic style, Clark hit a deep 3-point shot to break the record. She finished the night with a school record of 49 points, a career-high 9 3-pointers, and 13 assists. Clark left the game with just under 2 minutes left to a standing ovation from the crowd.
Coming up, after a weekend filled with snow, we will look at the warmer weather that is coming our way.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Welcome back. I'm Isaac Isringhausen taking a look at the weather. There's going to be quite a bit of rain around the country. Let's start with a stationary front in the west coast in areas of California and Nevada, meaning that there's going to be a lot of long rainy days up ahead. There's also a stationary front soaking the upper Midwest around Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Taking a look at the local weather, it is starting to warm up, as in St. Charles, it is currently partly cloudy and 65 degrees. In Maryland Heights, it is partly cloudy and 67 degrees. In St. Louis, it is partly cloudy and 68 degrees. Moving over to St. Peter's and O'Fallon. In O'Fallon, it is partly cloudy and 67 degrees. In St. Peter's, it is partly cloudy and 66 degrees. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast, as Wednesday, we have partly cloudy skies with a high of 65 and a low of 47. Thursday, we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 55 and a low of 36. Friday, sunny skies with a high of 54 and a low of 32. Saturday, we'll see partly sunny skies with a high of 56 and a low of 44. And on Sunday, we'll have partly sunny skies with a high of 67 and a low of 47. That's all we have for the weather. Elaine, what's happening in sports?
Thank you, Isaac. Coming up on Lindenwood Sports, we have Lindenwood Gymnastics, Lindenwood Baseball, and the St. Louis Blues Hockey. Stay tuned to hear more.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
The Lindenwood Gymnastics team finished 4th at the Mizzou to the Lou meet on Friday, February 16th. They competed against Mizzou, Florida University, and the University of Illinois at the Family Arena here in St. Charles. The team showcased their skills on vault, bars, beam, and floor. Nia Kraus was one amongst many of the girls to compete, and she finished with an all-around score of 39.075, ranking 6th. Lindenwood Gymnastics will compete again at Denver University on March 3rd to take on Denver, Air Force, and San Jose State. Lindenwood Baseball is starting their season with their home opener against the University of Dayton. The team's final day was a doubleheader. The first game ended in a loss for the Lions with a score of 3-6. The second game made up for this loss as the Lions won 6-5. Dayton led the 7th inning, winning 5-3, but were left scoreless after that as Lindenwood scored 3 runs at the top of the 9th. 2 of these 3 runs can be credited to Bryson Arnett, who singled through the right side. This allowed both Cam Edwards and Ambrose Russo to score the winning 2 runs. Easton Rockers took the win for the Lions at the mound. The team is set to play SLU Wednesday, February 21st at 3 p.m. The NHL is still in full swing of their season. On February 17th, the St. Louis Blues played the Nashville Predators. In the first period, the Blues were tied with the Predators after a goal scored by Jordan Kyrou, assisted by Robert Thomas and Torrey Krug. In the second period, the Predators scored another goal. Despite the Blues scoring a second goal in the third period, the Predators scored 3 more points. The end score was 5-2. The Blues are set to play the New York Islanders Thursday, February 22nd. That's all for sports. Back to you, Elle.
A local radio morning show delivers Valentine's Day cards to several nursing homes. NHC Healthcare in Maryland Heights was just one of the places that got the cards from the morning show on Y98 called the Bread Mega Show. Nearly 20 schools around St. Louis area helped make this possible. Most of these classes that took part were in kindergarten classes. Radio host Brett Mega had to say about the overwhelming response.
As we had asked teachers, hey, does any classrooms want to make handmade, homemade Valentines? And we thought we'd get like maybe 3 or 4 classrooms, 25 kids a classroom. Goal was probably like 100 handmade. Yesterday we revealed we did over 6,000 handmade Valentines.
The Brett Mega Show consists of Brett Mega, Kevin Berghoff, Alex Rich, Hannah Gibbs, and Anna Bowman.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Brooklyn Szynski.
And I'm Elma Zwicky. Thanks for joining us.